Da-da. But I'm massible. But I hate you. But about
That's a song. I don't. Why are you looking at a liberal page?
They're talking about the new metro stations. That's why I'm just like so curious. I'm just like,
Look at this guy, man.
liberal party.
He's ready to vote.
He's ready to vote.
fucking Trump supporter.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Chat Fam podcast. I'm Oya.
I'm Mirza.
And I'm Sam.
Wadu hore, we are the Chat Fam.
Yay!
Just want to give a quick note to everyone while you're still on your phone, still setting everything up. Make sure you guys subscribe to us. We are now on Google Podcasts, also Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and rate us. Give us some ratings, guys, because we're 5-star, aren't we? Yeah.
We're up here.
Hopefully 5 stars, but
might be
yeah.
Hopefully, we're 5-star material. Come on, mate. If we were a hotel, we'd be 5-star.
Oh, so much confidence. Go Chat Fam.
Huh?
Go Chat Fam.
Go Chat Fam.
Chat Fam. Chat Fam. Okay.
What is going on?
Anyway, we've had too much. Today we're gonna take it back to our roots, guys. Back to the roots of this podcast. What we wanted it to be about. We've dabbled here and there. I feel like in our Indonesian culture, but something I feel like we haven't really thoroughly delved into is our Aussie experience, being Australian. You know, our huge part of our identity as well.
Australia.
Yeah, Australia represent.
What's that?
This is West Coast.
Oh yeah, Australia. Star Trek.
Oh my god, that's okay. Let's not get into that. But yeah, I wanted to talk about unique things that I feel like only Australian kids would get, you know. And I guess also being Indonesian, maybe how our Indonesian culture has maybe impacted the way we grew up, or maybe if we've experienced cultural clashes growing up. But yeah, to this day even. So all of that stuff. So shout out to my mate Jackie, because back in our uni days, we actually did a podcast on exactly this. It was about biculturality in Australia.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask you guys a
nice.
question. We asked each other on this podcast, and it was, if you had to put a ratio upon your Australian identity, and in this case, our Indonesian identity, what would it be? Would it actually be 50-50 or?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I think my ratio would be, I would say, 70s?
No.
70% Australian?
Because that's what I was going to say. You're definitely more Aussie than Indonesian. Aku suka bakso.
Well, okay, well...
No, but it can't be just like not speaking the language.
Okay.
Yeah,
Culture-wise.
Yeah, so why do you think that ratio upon your identity?
Yeah, you can't reason it, can you?
It's not, but 30% is a good ratio, like Indonesian. No?
I don't know, each to their own, man.
Oh, okay, you guys go first.
I would say that I'm 70-30.
Yep.
I don't know, because obviously 70%
Aussie
I'm more
over Indo.
Aussie because cultural wise I grew up, was born and raised in Australia. I speak better English. I know more about Australian culture than I do Indonesian culture. So in terms of like the slang that they use over there, or like just the what would I say? What would you say? Like just the street smart things that you know in Indonesia. What would you call that? Just like the things that they do. Like that's why I would say 70-30. Because I'm getting there. I used to be like a good 90% Aussie, 10%
Really?
Indonesian.
Oh, then I guess I'm 100% Aussie then.
No Indonesian in
No Indonesian in me.
99% and 1%.
0.1.
Let's say that then. 99%.
If I gave you a rating, you'd be like a 90. You're a little bit Indonesian. Because you know things in Indonesia. Like what
Yeah, I
goes on,
do,
like the
but
culture
yeah,
and,
mostly
like-
I'm just very Australian.
Yeah.
Well, back then I answered, well, it was only 2 years ago, I answered 60-40. I still kind of think the same. Because, yeah.
You're a lot more than us.
Yeah, definitely.
I would think so, yeah. I just feel like you said, being obviously born and raised here, we know a lot more about Australian culture and like my headspace. I feel like the ideas that I have and just like my worldview is very Western influenced, you know what I mean? Like I feel like Indonesians might have different ideas about what, like, I don't know, society and culture, whatever, you know? But then again, I also feel like the way, like, our parents raised us, you know, being Indo and even religion, I feel like plays a bit in that, even though it's a bit different.
Definitely.
But yeah, that for sure has shaped the way I am. And I don't know about you guys, I feel like as I've gotten older, I have definitely grown more of an appreciation of being Indonesian.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I feel like in high school, when, like, you're just figuring out your identity and that, I feel like you didn't, well, I know for me, especially predominantly being a white high school, I already looked different and I didn't want to have anything within me that was different as well. Like, I didn't want to think things differently. I remember when I would get phone calls from my parents, I would sometimes be, like, embarrassed to even just answer with Assalamualaikum because I know that they would be like, what is that? You know what I mean? But yeah, would you guys say that's something that happened to you guys? Like, you've just grown more of an appreciation of being Indo?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's all I can say. Definitely.
No, well, because I just feel like identity crisis is a thing, and I feel like I don't know if our demographic is necessarily high school kids, but don't ever, you know, not to get too deep, don't ever feel ashamed of having a different culture within
Or who you are.
Yeah, don't feel like it's something to be embarrassed about.
I don't know why. I used to be such a little shit about this, but I remember even as old as high school, junior high school, I'd get angry at my friends because they'd be like, oh, but you're Asian. And I'm like, but I'm not Asian. I'm Indonesian. We're from Oceania. It's not in Asia. And I'm like, bro,
Asian.
you're Asian. Like, shut up. But I used to be so ashamed of it. And I don't know why. Like, looking back now, I'm like,
I feel like I did that too. Now I'm thinking
why?
of it. I'm like, I'm Islander Asian. I'm not
it's
Asian.
like, it's not
Asian.
the same. Like, you're Asian. Indians are Asian.
Even when I was in high school, I would say, like, I'm Asian, but they're like, no, you're not Asian, you're Southeast Asian. It's like, what's that supposed to mean? I'm still Asian. It's in the word.
Yeah. But are you Asian?
Yeah.
They think like Chinese Asian.
Yeah.
I was like, we're still Asian.
Yeah, that's
Or
definitely still an idea.
It's like, oh, where are you from? I'm like, I'm Australian. No, but where are you
Really from? Oh my god. Like our video if you have gotten that question.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my goodness. I also just feel like, well, so shout out to anyone who is of a different culture, and not to like poo on white people, but I just feel like if you have a different culture within you, you're that much more rich as a person because you have access to a whole nother language, you get to enjoy a whole cuisine of food, different cuisine of food,
Definitely.
And you get to celebrate like unique traditions that a lot of people don't get to, you know, experience. So get in there, guys. Cultural diversity.
Yeah.
So I quickly just wanted to go into being a bit nostalgic and talking about, I feel like it's hard not to talk about school because I feel like that's where you figure out that you are different to a lot of people. So I wanted to talk about our school experience as Aussie little chips.
Aussies.
I don't know. I'm thinking of like a small little food. Anyway, I'll start off with a light question. What was a typical lunchbox of Samara and Mirza? Was it like, did you guys bring like the, you know, quote unquote smelly Asian food from home?
No.
Or was it very light?
Really.
It's very light. Me is like Nutella sandwich
For lunch?
in a bar. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That'll be the same. I remember loving Jumpies. Jumpies? Is it Jumpies?
Yeah.
Jumpies, the Mammy noodles, a banana, an apple, juice box. That was like Young and Sam. But for some reason, as I grew older, my mum was more confident to give me Indonesian food. I don't know why. I might ask her, but she would give me nasi goreng and
I wish, bro.
ayam goreng and stuff like that. But no, not bakso.
Can you imagine? I need to heat up my bakso. Can you have a microwave?
Is there sloshing around in my backpack? What you got this? Fucking jeepers.
Is there any bawang goreng in the office? Fried onion, by the way, bawang goreng.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was the same. Yeah, no, sorry, keep going.
No, yeah, you go ahead.
Was that all?
No,
you
that
were
was
saying,
all.
when did your mum start introducing Indo food?
Like high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and my friends would be like, oh, what's that? And then like,
Yeah.
like, oh, this is this.
This is
I remember in high school, I actually taught I corrected so many of my friends on how to make mie goreng.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were eating it in the water. Like,
What?
they didn't. One person, if you're by any chance watching this, you know who you are. Used to put the seasoning in the water, mix it around, and then drain the water. And I'll be like,
What the heck?
what the fuck are you doing?
Wait, they leave the water.
They put the seasoning in the water,
But then they
drained it out.
That's so funny.
And it hurt my soul, so I made her a new one, and it changed her life.
She's like, so this is what all the fuss is.
Exactly. She's like, I can't believe how different that tastes. And I'm like, bro, this is not even an Indonesian thing. This takes common sense to figure out how to make it.
Actually, because I've been seeing articles lately about how to make mie goreng properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you guys make your mie goreng? Just out of curiosity.
I feel like I make it how you're supposed to make
But
it.
some people make it
Explain.
differently.
Okay, so I boil my water.
Yep.
Once it's boiling, chuck in my noodles.
Yep.
Once it's al dente. What's al dente?
What is al dente?
Okay, once it's cooked. Once
Al
it's
dente.
cooked. Sometimes
I think it's like firm to the touch, something like that.
Oh.
Like firm but like cooked. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
anyways.
so like it depends. I sometimes have different moods where I want my noodles soggy or I want them like just right. So I can just make it accordingly. And then I drain my water and then I put all the seasoning and everything in a plate, chuck my noodles on, and then mix it all together.
Okay, good. That's how I make it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I do the same thing,
But
but
I-
I always have to make an egg with it too.
Yeah, sometimes.
I
So
make egg
I-
with supermi, like with the guao.
Oh yeah.
I put the seasoning before I put the noodles on the plate. That's how I do it.
Yeah, so how I did
You
it.
put the seasoning on the what?
On the plate.
Yeah, that's what
Oh
I
yeah,
did.
yeah.
So
that's-
I pre-prepare it.
Yeah.
And then I put the noodles
Yeah,
on
you
top.
can do it, and
Yeah.
then, yeah. But what I like to do as well, this is a nice little trick: crack an egg, and before straight away put the noodles onto the frying pan and scramble it into the noodles, and you get a little bit more of an eggy noodle,
Yeah.
and then you can still fry another egg to
Yeah.
put on top. So
That's how you make it.
Yeah, for all you
please don't drain
Weirdos
fucking
out there.
seasoning out onto like. Oh my god.
who do that.
And drain the water as well. So don't eat it in the water, please. It's not a soupy noodles dish.
Also in high school, I saw people just putting the seasoning and just eat it like
Yeah.
like as
Maggie
yeah,
noodles.
Maggi, yeah.
Oh my
I
god,
used
that's
to do
so
that. No, not with mie goreng, but with the mami noodles.
Yeah, because that's how you're supposed to eat it, but not
But
bloody
me,
mie
we got this mie
goreng.
goreng.
Yeah, no.
What about the oil bit? How would they?
with the sambal and the soy sauce batter as
Oh,
well.
do you reckon? Sorry, not to diss white people again. Do you reckon they don't use chili? Do you reckon they chuck it out? Or do
Some
they-
people would. I used to chuck out the chili.
Yeah, I used to chuck out the chili as well.
Now I have to eat it with the chili. It just doesn't taste the same.
Yeah.
That's I'm the same as well.
All right. Well, bringing it back to unique things I feel like Aussie kids will only relate to. Oh, actually, we should point out is we're all in our 20s, so there might be a generation gap. I don't know. Anyway, what about lunch orders? Were you guys big on lunch orders?
Yes, yeah.
I forgot what I ordered.
Dude, I remember I would be excited the entire day if I knew a lunch order was coming.
Yes.
Hot food in a brown paper
Oh.
bag.
Explain to those who may not
The canteen.
Maybe to
Aussie.
Indo. Yeah. No, you guys explain. Someone explain.
When in the morning, someone would collect
It's like a basket.
like in a basket. Like
Yeah.
what you would do is you would write down your lunch order on a paper bag,
Yeah.
and then you'd put the exact amount of money in there, and then so by lunchtime, your lunch will come in that paper bag.
Oh, I get so
In a
excited.
Isn't it the
basket,
best?
Yeah.
Oh,
and they
dude.
give it to you, and it's the fucking best
Yeah.
thing ever. Honestly, best part of the day.
Honestly.
Man, my mum used to only do that
Yeah.
when I was like from year 4 onwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We my mum only did it during special events like Easter events. No, I'm being serious.
Wow.
Because I didn't get it often.
Yeah.
So it's only
Yeah,
during special
well, that was
events.
the same.
Yeah.
I reckon that's an Asian thing. I don't think we were allowed to get lunch orders that
Yeah,
much.
no.
Yeah, we weren't.
mostly
We
a
weren't.
white, yeah.
Only after a certain age did I
Yeah.
start getting lunch orders.
But why Easter? Or
Like,
Christmas?
not like
Is it a
Easter,
present?
Christmas, or like some special event happening at school, like a Mufti Day or whatever.
And then you get a lunch order.
And you get a lunch order.
That's funny.
How about you? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't get lunch orders that often. I remember I would get excited when my mum gave in a $5 note, so I'd get change. They'd sticky tape the change on the front, and it was mine. I get to keep it. I get to keep it. But yeah, I freaking loved lunch orders.
I still remember like getting sometimes my mum gives me money to use to buy food from the canteen, and
Yeah.
I always buy the koala popcorns or the eucalyptus lollies.
Yeah,
Eucalyptus
dude,
drops,
those were lit.
bro.
Yeah,
Any of you
they were
guys
so
are
good. So
not living in
good.
Australia, you're missing out,
dude.
man.
Even if you weren't sick, they were the best things.
that was the
to
best.
Frickin'...
we used to like smuggle them in class and be like, bro, you gotta get one of this drop. No, we'll pass it on.
That's so funny. Another thing I wanted to bring up was bloody Healthy Hazza. Who remembers him? Healthy Harold.
When you pick
You know what? I never got Healthy Harold. Everyone talks about it, and I'm like, I don't know if I don't remember it or if we never had Healthy Harold.
Every school had to have
Every
it. I'm
every
sure
school
you
had
did.
it.
You just
Probably don't
forgot it.
remember, or maybe I wasn't at school that the day. I don't know. I have no idea.
But it was like every year, wouldn't you have to go?
it was every year.
Yeah. Can you explain what Healthy Harold is?
It's
to
just
people who don't know?
basically a giraffe talking about drugs.
It's an actual giraffe that was taught English to
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah. It was a real giraffe. The giraffes in Australia talk.
Giraffe. Okay, so as a pet,
You're waiting for Healthy Harold. You just see his head. Oh, look, it's Healthy Harold, mate.
Hello, kids. I'm here to talk about druggos.
and it wasn't when you think about it, it's a bit. It sounds
Creepy.
It's a bit creepy.
Yeah, they take you
you
to-
get into a van.
You get in a white van.
Van.
Yeah.
And then
you know about
there's
it.
like a guy
I'm just
controlling a puppet, like giraffe puppet. Like, oh, drugs! Ah!
Yeah, and then at the end, if you're lucky, you get to pet the hand.
Yeah, you put the head. Oh yes.
Oh, that's so creepy. You
get to pet the
hand. You do. You get to pet the puppet.
I just remember a dark van
Yeah.
going inside. Like, then again, I was so excited as a kid because I knew it was Healthy Harold. So
Yeah. You don't have to stay in the
Don't
classroom.
remember.
And my favorite part was after, where you can buy special stuff like merchandise.
Oh yeah, you get key rings.
Yeah.
And like... Oh, that's so funny. I bought a rubber.
I bought a pencil. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I don't. See, I don't remember Healthy
Dude,
Harold.
you're missing out.
I don't know, man. I think
When you have kids, yeah. Take them to
get onto Healthy
and then
Harold.
go into the van so you can experience it yourself.
Okay. Just be like, what'd you do with your kids today? I just left them in a van, white van with a giraffe. A talking giraffe. How fucking crazy would that sound, eh?
That's what we did, though. Oh my god.
Oh.
I just wanted to preface this before I bring on this next one. All respect due to the people who have served our country, but I wanted to talk to you guys about Anzac Day because I don't know about you, this was mostly in high school. You know that we have that ceremony in school, there's the 1 minute silence, there's the you know. I had I had to strategically choose where I was going to stand because I had kids who would try to make one another laugh. Was that something that happened with you guys? Like, it's so... And it was white kids, by the way. It wasn't... The ethnics were too scared to do that, you know what I mean? Did you guys ever experience that?
Not in my school.
No, I didn't experience
Definitely not my school.
Holsworthy, right?
Holsworthy.
So no, you never had that?
No.
We would stand. We
We
would
would stand with respect,
Yeah.
but maybe I was in the right circles. Maybe there's like other groups that were maybe trying to laugh, but no, I didn't experience that.
Oh,
No.
okay, good. It was just me then.
It was just you.
Yeah, all right. That makes me
What
feel
kind of
good
crowd
too.
were you mucking around with, eh?
Anyway, let's. Okay, I wanted to ask you guys a very typical Asian question, right? Were you guys school reports? Were you the type of kids that always had to show your school report to your mum and dad? If you got a bad grade, did you not want to show it? Like, what was your experience with school reports?
No, we had to show it.
Had to show it.
Yeah.
You had to
Yeah.
show it.
Yeah.
What if you got a bad grade? Did you get in
Strange.
trouble?
Nah. I didn't get in trouble.
I'd get scolded at.
You would.
I was expected to get straight A's.
Mm.
Yeah. Typical Asian thing. But I don't even want to brag, but I hardly got anything more than that. So I'm good in that department now. I'm a dumbass now anyway. Lost all of that. But no, yeah. They'd be really strict on it.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah.
not my parents. They just look at my grades and it's like, okay, cool. Because I think I was the youngest as well, so there was not much expectations.
Oh my god.
Just to be honest.
So you're saying that they were more pushy with Chris and Eric.
More towards Chris.
Chris.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he was the
Interesting.
eldest.
Would you say that would be in the same with Nadia?
I think they gave up on Nadia.
But she's the first one.
I think they were very inexperienced with Nadia, and they learnt from her.
And then they
put a lot of high expectations on me, which is why I got all the pressure.
Yeah. No, I was pretty much the same. In terms of like showing my report card, I feel like because Andy and Derry didn't really do that well. Actually, Derry did well, but Andy was like very easy to come off of because like my parents, he didn't do well in school. So whenever they saw me do like so much better, then it was easy. They trusted me to do well in school because most of Andy. Moving on. So I thought that would be interesting to talk about because obviously we can't talk about Indonesian schooling experience, but I feel like school was, as Aussie kids, was fun. If you think, especially
it was fun.
Healthy hazard, man.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I miss school.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I don't know if this question's going to apply to you, Sammy, because I feel like out of the three of us, you might have the most Westernish name, I guess. But I wanted to ask you, Mirza, did you ever have, when you were introducing yourself to new people, did you ever have feelings of like, not embarrassment, but just like, like, oh, my name's not normal. Well, not the norm here, if that makes sense.
To be honest, I didn't have that feeling.
You never had that? Okay, that's good.
No, like I kind of like, oh, my name is Mirza. Like, I'm special. Like, I have a really unique name. But I think the only problem was them pronouncing my name.
Right.
Yeah.
So in primary school, everyone actually called me Mirza first.
Yeah.
Then when I got older, I wanted people to call my full name Mirza. But how they pronounced my name was like Mirza, Imaitsa,
Imaitsa?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Even like now, they still call me Imerza. Like, even though I keep correcting them, they still call me Imerza. Right. And I remember when I was working at Zara, this one colleague of mine, she's like, "Oh, I didn't know it was pronounced Imirza. I thought it was Imerza." I was like, "Oh no, I prefer Imerza because it's more masculine."
Excuse you?
I was like, "What's the heck? What's this supposed to mean?"
Yeah, exactly.
But I was like, "Yeah, whatever. Call me Imerza or Imirza or whatever."
Wow.
Do you still talk to this chick?
No.
Bitch.
Yeah, if you're listening, your name's masculine. I mean, what's her name now? Well, the reason I brought it up is because I feel like even to this day, I always go through this weird thing. It's just me overthinking probably of like, I don't know which one to introduce myself. So obviously my parents named me Soraya, and that's using an Indo accent. From kindergarten to year 12, my friends called me Soraya. And then when I went to uni, people started calling me Soraya again. So I've just been back and forth. None of them are right or wrong. It's just like, I don't know, I always have this weird, and obviously Indos call me Oya. So I just go through this weird thing of like, I don't know which one to introduce myself as,
I feel like Soraya is a widely like known name though.
Really?
I know a lot of people named Soraya.
You do?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the area I grew up in, but
Maybe.
I don't know.
No, but I know a lot of Sorayas.
Really?
Yeah.
But they pronounce it Soraya?
Soraya. That's how I would say it.
Yeah.
And if I talk about you with my mates, I'll be like, yeah, my mate's Soraya. And they wouldn't say anything. They'd be like, oh. Yeah.
You don't say Oya? Well, like Oya.
Nah. Oh my god. Okay, quick little story.
Yeah.
I remember writing, remember what you used to do in primary? I don't know if it's just an Australian thing, but you used to call it, oh, I forgot. It starts with an R, where you have to recall about your weekend.
Recount?
Recount! Do you remember recounts?
I remember.
Recounts are little short stories about
your weekend.
You're recounting your...
I don't remember that.
I remember.
No? You remember?
Yeah.
I wrote a recount about how we went to the beach one time, and remember we...
Oh, yes. Now I remember. Yeah.
We thought we saw an octopus. It was us two. What? You don't remember this memory?
No.
But we went to the beach one time, and I'm like... Oh, and me and my family friend. Oh, yeah.
Really? Yeah. I'm just a teacher.
Who's Oya?
She spelled octopus wrong.
Yeah. She's probably like trying to say like, oh, yeah, mate, or something like that.
On your mate.
On your mate.
Imagine as a little kid. On your mate.
That's so funny.
But yeah, I remember looking back and I'm like, oh, I wonder what my teacher thought about that name Oya.
Yeah.
You know?
Interesting.
That's very Indo in my opinion.
It is very Indo.
Like for me, like moving like with my name moving forward, I always use Imirza now.
Yeah.
Like people that I don't know.
Yeah.
But I only use Mirza for people who are very close to me.
That's the same with me.
Yeah.
Because people at work call me Sam, but when they address me to a customer, they'll be like Samara. They'll know to use my full name. For some reason, people just can't get my name right. I'll be like, "Good morning, Specsavers Carnes Hill. Samara speaking. Hi, Simone." And I'm like, "Oh, really? Fucking say Simone? I said 3 fucking syllables, you dumb cunt."
Wow, okay, sorry. I just said they wouldn't get your name, but obviously, I mean...
Or they'll say, like, either Simone or... It's like, they'll read my badge.
Yeah.
Right? They'll be like, "Oh, thank you so much, Samira." I'm like,
Samira.
Samira sounds more
I'll say Samira, Samra, Simone.
Sandra.
Sandra. I got Sandra once on the phone as well. And I'm like,
spell check,
I just want to
Samara.
fucking hang up. Yeah, they just get my name wrong all the time. There was this one time in high school as well. Every time this specific teacher did a... to check the roll.
Yeah.
She'd say Samana, and then everyone would just laugh. Like, very quietly. And they'll tease me and be like, "Are you Samana then a 5th grader?" And I'm like, "Shut up." Yeah, that was about it.
mate.
People just get my name wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry. I just completely... I was like, people wouldn't get your name
No,
right.
they wouldn't. You'd be surprised, like, how many people get my name wrong.
Have you guys always wanted like an English name, like a Western name?
It'd be Sam.
Yeah.
Sam, how about you?
But I wouldn't wish it.
I mean, no, now I like my name.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
would you want like if you had to change your
Just
name
because
to
I
Western?
feel like it'd be easier. You know what I mean? But that's probably a bad thing if you think about it. Why do I think it's easier, you know?
But did you have one in mind, like a name?
Oh,
that-
no. I know my parents were going to name me Sabrina, but then I was born, they saw me, they're like, she's not a
Sabrina the
Sabrina. Yeah, I would have got that heaps.
I was going to be Goddess. How ugly is that? For everyone who doesn't know what
I like
Goddess
it.
means. Goddess, you know what I realized Goddess means?
What?
It means virgin.
What? Doesn't it mean girl?
You're a goddess. You're a virgin girl.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Like, I was about to be goddess, but then my mum, from my grandma, my mum was like, hell no. But to make her happy, she made it my middle name. So it's Samara Goddess.
I should have went with Mary.
Gladys. Yeah, that's what my mates would tease me
Oh,
about. They'll call me
Gladys.
Gladys.
Lol.
Yeah, SK Hart.
Let's get her. Anyway, shout out to those kids out there who don't have their name on a keyring, man. That was
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that was like my really sad
No way.
times. Very sad times. I also thought it would be interesting to talk about how both Aussies and Indos do this thing where they like to shorten names, right? But they do it in very different ways and very hilarious ways. So can you explain maybe how an Indo would shorten a name?
Like a name, what they'd call you?
Yeah, like
Oh, like, nah.
yeah, they would use the first 3 letters of your name and
Yeah.
that's it.
They'll be like, my little sister's name is Chitania. They'll be like, Nya,
Yeah.
Nya. I don't know, they have that nasal accent.
Yeah.
Hey? And then if it's Nadia, I'll be like, Nat. If it's me, I'll be...
Did anyone ever call you Mir? Mir?
Mir!
Or Za? Za?
You know, Nadia refers to you as Mir, like, as a joke. She'd be like, hey, how's Mir going?
Mir, Mir.
So random.
Mir, Mir.
No, in my family, it's just Mirza. Mirza.
Oh, Mirza, yeah.
Malak.
Dude, even my cousins in Indo, I have one who would
Oi,
shout
oi.
out Kibot. He calls, my name's Oya, right, in Indos. He calls me OY, so oi, like ngapain oi. Like, I'm like, it's just one more letter, bro. Just one more letter.
Oi. Oi. Oi.
Yeah. That's like my cousin. His name is Bayu. They'll be
Yeah.
like, Bay.
Why do you
Dul.
do that?
D.
That's Aldi, yeah, D. Everyone calls him that actually. D, Dul. Indos. And Aussies.
So lazy.
Aussies are lazy too. How do we shorten names,
Like,
man?
with like za, like
Azar.
like, yeah.
Azar.
Like the end.
Oh, yeah.
They either add a Z
Z
or an
or-
O, like Jono, or...
Jono, Choco.
Who's Choco?
Hot Choco. Hot
Oh,
Choco.
okay, yeah.
Like any like a Y or Z or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indos. Aussies love doing that. We were talking about this earlier. My brothers do this thing where we like to like Aussify like Indo parents' names. It's really bad.
And words.
And words. Yeah. Like, so for example, like, I would never say it. I think it's funny because it's disrespectful in a sense. But, like, for example, for your mum, I can say it for your mum. Like, Tante Ita would be like, oh, yeah, Itsy. You know, like,
Itsy.
Itsy bitsy spider, mate. How you going?
Itsy bitsy spider. For fuck's sake.
Every time she turns the corner,
But yeah, it's a very horrible thing that me and my brothers probably need to stop doing because it's not good.
anymore, please.
No, we're not gonna do it. I can't do it to people. I don't want to offend anyone, you know what I mean? Okay, next thing I thought would be interesting to talk about is TV, because I know like TV was a huge part of our childhoods because we grew up in the age of TV, I guess. Right, when it was booming. What did we like to watch, guys? What's some good Australian TV shows we used to watch as kids?
Neighbours.
Oh, okay. You want to go straight to Neighbours?
Yeah,
I was Neighbours. Were you Home and Away?
I will be Neighbours.
Fuck Home and Away.
Neighbours.
Nothing against Home and Away, but Neighbours. Only because it came after The Simpsons.
That is true. That is true.
And I'd be on the same channel anyway, so I'd be like, oh, fuck it. You know?
I know Simpsons obviously isn't a Australian TV show, but I know for every Aussie kid who had Foxtel, Saturday and Sunday mornings were set with Fox 8 because it was from 8 to 12. It was a Simpsons marathon. Do you remember those?
Ah, yes.
Dude, every morning your weekend was set.
Yeah.
So good.
Big Brother was a big one for me too.
Oh, you like to be
Friday
late.
Night Live.
Oh yeah, when they did the sports.
Australian Idol.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the mic. Yeah.
And Cheese TV.
Cheese TV in the morning.
Yeah.
It was Cheese TV and then Toaster TV. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever get into ABC shows?
Yes.
Like, I mean, Play School was huge.
Play School. I was a huge fan of
What's
Play
that
School.
show with the lighthouse twist?
Have you
Oliver.
ever felt
Oliver
like
Twist?
this?
No,
Oliver Twist,
Oliver
yeah.
Twist.
Have strange things happen. Are you
Round the
coming
Twist.
round the twist?
Round the
yeah.
Twist. That was a good show.
That was the first show I heard the word fair income, and I was like, "What is that word? That's a great word."
Yes.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good staple Aussie kids show, man.
You know,
what's it about?
This is a bit off topic, but I always said fair income instead of fair dinkum when I was a kid.
Fair income, mate. Are you a squid? Get out of here!
just to put it out there. Then one of my
Just the way you said squid.
Wait, why did you? So who corrected you?
my Aussie friend.
Oh, of course, yeah.
It's like it's fair dinkum. I was like, I've been saying fair income this whole time. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah. Sí, andelo.
But yeah. What was the show about?
It was about that song.
just
It was
about
strange
kids.
things.
But it wasn't like
It was about their house being like
Magical.
haunted.
magical. Yes,
and-
yeah.
all
That show was
types
lit,
of
bro.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good show.
I wanted to bring up one that I hope you remember, but you're for sure gonna remember. Are you ready, guys? So a bit.
Of course.
Can you explain what that show was?
It's like fruits moving. Just fruits moving. And it's just animal. Like they could create like an animal or something doing something.
Wait, that show is genius.
Wasn't that like an intermission?
It was
like,
in between.
Yeah,
shows?
ABC, yeah.
And you know shit gets real when he goes, stop a bit.
It would go really high.
Oh man,
Dude, that show.
that show
I mean,
was
whatever
fucking
that's called.
lit.
Yeah, that was a great intimate. I think when I was a kid though, I hated it because I was like, I just want to watch the next show, man. But like now,
I was like, what are you going to make next? You know,
Art Attack was a great
Art Attack.
show.
Even that was an Australian
That
show.
wasn't Australian, but I used to love Art Attack. It was great on ABC.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, I think music shows was a huge one for
Saddle
us
Club.
growing up.
Sorry,
Oh, that's a
I
good
just wanted
one.
to mention, like, shout out Saddle Club, man.
How does it go?
It goes, hello world.
This is me. Life should be fun for everyone.
Fun for everyone.
Dude,
Did you not watch Saddle Club?
It was a good
Okay, it was good.
I have never wanted a horse so bad from watching that show, dude.
This is another show. H2O, just add water.
Oh, yep. You know what? I tried to start watching that on Netflix. I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's chat, bro.
I think it's very catered to like.
Did you actually watch
very
it?
young-
I just
young girls.
remember the theme song. I'm just an ordinary.
Oh, yeah. And
I never watched it though.
But yeah, no, music shows because we've had
TV hits.
Yeah, TV hits.
Rage.
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 That actually used to scare me as a kid.
That was really scary, man.
It was really scary.
Oh, fuck.
But you know what? We were talking about this. I feel like growing up as kids, because of those music shows, we were exposed to... That was our only source of music. So we were exposed to so many genres of music. Whereas now, because we can, like, pick and choose, I only stay up to date with, like, R&B stuff. You know what I mean? Like, now I don't know what's current or what's popular. But, yeah, I thought that was interesting to kind of... Well, you're popular. I mean, you're good with TikTok popular songs, aren't you?
Yeah, I think at the moment TikTok is kind of overtaking the music industry.
Right. It's like making songs popular and stuff again.
Exactly,
hey?
yeah. Even making songs.
They're even making songs. Really?
Well, as in like some, like for example, Savage Love.
Oh, yeah.
That was created by a TikToker. But then Jason Derulo took the sample.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, from TikTok.
That it was created from TikTok.
Yeah.
What about Indo TV, guys? Did
Check
we watch...
and recheck.
Check Did you actually watch Check and Recheck?
I did. And then it had that ominous sound. And there's a black and white. It's like, and then you see them walking. And then,
Oh, babe.
Office Boy. Yeah, that
And
was
they're
a good
all in
show.
like blue. Do you not remember?
That was a good
That
concept
was
of a show.
That was a really good show.
Yeah.
It was about who were they?
They were office boys. They
Just
cleaned up.
office?
Yeah, they cleaned up the office. They were cleaners.
I only watched the celebrity show like Check and Recheck and Silent. Is that one?
Silent.
Oh my God, Silent. That was scary for me.
That was scary.
Silent. Yeah, I used to watch that show called Silent.
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 But that was a very scary show.
It was a scary
Because they made it so
show.
scary, but it's all about
But it was just
celebrities.
gossip.
Yeah.
It's gossip, yeah.
It was the intro that was
Yeah.
scary. It was like,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
What about the really, really old school RCTI ad? Where it was just a helicopter footage of the rice fields.
Yeah.
Oh, and the old lady watching TV.
Like, RCTI,
okay.
Man, that's
Oh, dude,
old
I
school,
remember.
man.
Oh, was it that music show, Dacia?
Dashat?
Dasyat, yeah.
Yeah, I watched that as well.
Oh, you
Dasyat.
said
There was
It had Justice Crew on it.
there was a show about a little girl as well. Justice Crew.
again.
Bloody hell.
No, sorry, go.
Yeah.
No, there was a little girl. I don't remember.
Was
the
it a
show.
Sinetron?
Yeah, it was a Sinetron, and she, the guy was taking care of her. I don't know whose kid she was, but she was so cute. I don't know. I don't remember. Moving on.
Oh my god, something's coming in my head from you saying that.
And then every time she was in a scene with an adult, I think the actual real actress
Yeah. Oh my god,
didn't want
Sam,
to
what
be with
is
other
it?
people, so they'd put a wig on some random kid, and it'd be obviously would be a wig because she had long hair, and you should just walk away and not facing the camera, and I'd be like, bro, that's clearly a double. Do you remember?
I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the
I don't
name of the
remember that
show.
one. You know, Indonesians did used to love was that Ugly Betty? It was a Spanish show as well.
They did. They had their dubbed version of Ugly Betty.
Of Ugly Betty.
Yeah, that was it. I hope a lot of Aussie Indos are going to get this reference, but I always like to talk about SpongeBob because the dubbing on it is amazing. Squidward.
Squidward and Tuan Crab. That was
Tuan
that's the
Crab.
ugliest one. Tuan Crab.
Tuan Crab. Patrick. What about ads?
SpongeBob. Huh?
Ads.
You know some ads.
Come on,
I forgot.
Indo ads are iconic, man.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, cocok minum mixagrip. Sangkit flu memang cocok minum mixagrip. Cocok. I just remember with them.
I know. Makan sausage.
Oh, I remember that one.
Sausesnya enak, sehat bergizi. Sorry.
There's this men's shampoo. It's like,
Head
this
and
is
Shoulders?
good. I don't know. This is good. It's like, I forgot. I forgot now. No, I forgot.
It's good. Do you guys remember one where it's like this little girl? Shout out to Aldi and Dul because they're gonna know this. She's on her dad's shoulders. I don't even know what they were promoting, but she's like, tinggi, tinggi sekali, and then she goes, adanya tobeli.
Oh my god, it was that little candy. It was
What was
candy.
it?
It was a candy for strawberries.
We just used to laugh at the way she used to say
Tobeli.
strawberry. She
Yeah,
goes,
yeah, yeah.
tobeli.
Yeah,
She's still like a
tobeli.
toddler.
Yeah.
Alright, now I wanted to ask you guys about things that maybe we didn't really get about Australian or white culture. Like things that we were too Indo influenced to understand. Yeah, is there anything that comes to mind?
I know one thing.
Here we go.
I don't know how you guys wash the dishes.
Oh yeah, that's
by
a good
filling
one.
up the water with soap water, putting the dishes in, scrubbing
Dirty
it,
water.
soaking it in there, and just taking it back out and drying it. How do you do that? Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. In food tech, that's how they taught us to do it in high school. And I was
don't understand.
shocked.
No, man.
I was like, this is really gross.
Shocked.
Shocked. Bloody
Can't do it. Can't do it. Like what we would do is you'd rinse the water
Yeah.
off. Like you'd rinse it with water. Like it makes sense because the dishes are coated with that dirty water. Like you'll be eating nasi one day and you taste the soap as well.
Ew.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it.
That's a good one. Can you think of any, Vincent?
No, I can't think of any.
Really?
That comes in my mind.
He's too white, that's why.
Yeah.
All right,
Check-
what about
check.
this? Did you guys ever have to do chores for money? Because I never had to
No.
do that. Yeah, see? I would just ask my parents for money and they'd give it to me.
I usually get $20 every 2 weeks.
There you go. Because I
Yeah.
know a lot of my kids... Oh, a lot of my kids.
Yeah. Oh wow.
A lot of my
That's something you're not telling us about.
in primary school would be like, oh, I don't have money. I'm going to have to take the trash out, wash the dishes. What about being grounded? Was that something you guys...
No.
I wouldn't be grounded. I'd just be too scared to get out of my room, and my mum wouldn't let me out because after she'd tell me off, but she wouldn't officially say that I'm grounded.
We did have a rule in the household. You can't play video games before like Friday or like before the weekend starts. So that's like,
Dedicated to like schoolwork.
schoolwork.
Or
So
whatever.
during school days, you can't play games or anything. Only you can watch TV and do schoolwork, and that's it.
Yeah.
So
We'll just have to do our homework, and if we've done our homework, then we can do whatever we want
that
until
wasn't for
bedtime.
us. Not even after work, like doing homework, we can't play video games.
Wow. What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
What?
No, I'm just laughing at what it is. I was thinking another one I thought of was about money, right? Eating out, painting a mental picture for you guys, eating out, bunch of people. For Asians, I know for Indos, and especially if you're eating with your parents, right, or your parents' friends, everyone rushes to pay for the bill. It's a riot begins to who can pay, right? But over here, if you're eating with your friends, that's never really the case.
You split.
It's quite the opposite. Yeah, everyone has to split. I remember my brother asking his mate in Indo, like, what would happen if you guys ate out for dinner on your birthday and it was your birthday and you told everyone to split the bill. He answered, you would get water thrown at your face because it's like disrespectful in Indo. Like if it's someone's birthday, they should be paying for everyone. Well, that's how it is in Indo, at least, from what I understand.
I feel like it's an Asian thing too.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of Asian mates at like my co-workers, and if it's an event that they planned on their own, then they'd pay for everything. In special circumstances, when obviously you plan something for another mate, then you'd be paying for that as well. So whoever plans the thing would usually pay for everything. But that's a common thing, I'd say. Yeah.
Also, another thing that I don't think is necessarily Indonesian, but very much so Asian, is, you know, taking the shoes off before we enter.
Oh my God, yeah.
We have a story, do we not?
Which one?
The Sandal Stealer story.
Oh!
Sam, you have to talk about Please. Wait, while she gathers herself, I just want to ask the question, how do you white Australian people, like, sorry, no offense, but your shoes have been everywhere, right? How can you let that go into your household?
I don't understand.
Clean. Yeah. That's so, like, dirty and you like gross.
You'll
You
get
went into a
fucking
public
slapped.
bathroom.
Yeah,
with those shoes.
You'd get slapped, man.
Yeah.
You get judged so bad. I remember there was this one friend I had in primary, and my mum didn't like her
Because she wore her shoes?
because she wouldn't take off her shoes in our house. Just only that. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
She'd be like, oh, I don't like them.
Itu nggak sopan itu.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Well, do you remember the Sandal Stealers?
Yeah, man. It was a really big event at Aldi's house.
Yeah.
And whose shoes was it?
Well, from what I remember, it was a different pair of shoes that this lady took from our group.
Yeah. Basically, this is what you'll see in an Asian gathering. You'll go just before the door where everyone goes in is literally a mountain of shoes.
Yeah.
And it'd be so hard to find your shoes. You need to find it at a specific spot so that you know where they are
Yeah.
and that it hasn't been taken from anyone. But there was always this one lady who would take someone's shoe that is not hers. And then we'd have to look at everyone's feet and be like, where are my shoes? Where are my shoes? And we'll call it the sandal stealer. Because it happened so many times.
Yeah, so many times.
Oh.
My brother actually, when I was telling him about this, brought up a great story of like all the time when he would try find his sandal, it would be wet. Because like the bapa who use it have like...
take wudu.
Yeah. He's like, why is my shoes wet? Yeah. That's so bad, man.
And there was this one time as well, because as Asians we had to take off our shoes. We were getting ready to go karaoke after the event at Aldi's house again. It's always Aldi's house.
Yeah.
And then just the whole time I'm like, oh, my foot feels weird, hey, like just the one foot. And then my cousin calls me, he's like, hey mate. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, do your shoes feel a little bit funny, eh?
Yeah,
and I looked down and I realized straight away I had the same pair of shoes as him, but obviously he had a bigger size, and I took one of his shoes. So I looked down and all I see is like my shoes way bigger than my other one. I can't believe I didn't realize that. What a dumbass.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I also wanted to ask you guys, do we have any like favorite Indo or Aussie sayings? Things that we find, phrases or just words in general we find interesting?
I love cunt.
Yeah, nah, yeah.
Do you say that?
Oh,
yeah.
Do you know, there was this one time I wasn't there, but Nadia told me a story about how one of my cousin's wives heard my cousin Sylvia. So shout out to Sylvia. She's got a very Bogan accent. I think she was really raised in, I don't know, she was probably around a lot of Aussie kids. And she likes to say, oh yeah, nah, yeah, nah. Like she's got that kind of accent. And then I remember my my cousin's wife was like to Nadia, to her, straight to her face, she's like, why do you guys like to say that? Oh yeah, nah, yeah. And she's like, oh yeah, nah, we say that all the time.
Oh yeah, nah,
yeah, but like a lot of people think it's like, it's funny because if you say yeah, nah, that means no.
Yeah.
If you say nah, yeah, it means yeah.
So it's the latter word that is the one you're actually using.
Yeah.
Isn't that so interesting how
So
we do
funny.
that?
Yeah. What about some Indo slangs? Do you know any good ones?
Buset, isn't that one?
Bullset. Yeah.
What does that actually mean though?
I think it's like, whoa.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, your sister loves saying cheer.
Oh my,
is that slang?
Oh my God.
Kind of.
Every Instagram photo. Cheer, mal, cheer.
Yeah.
Which means like,
Yeah, what is chair? How do you explain
like
that?
if you've done
like
something,
step back,
yeah, like step
kind of
back,
like, yeah,
whoa,
like,
look at
whoa.
you.
Yeah.
Every Instagram photo.
It's not slang, but I really like the word goth in Indo.
God,
Have you heard of goth?
what's that?
It means like haven't you ever heard your mum say, about goth?
No.
Shout out
About
Tanya,
goth?
she loves this word as much as I do.
What?
It means like sewage, like it smells like gutter.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm gonna use that right now.
Oh, it's
I've never heard my mum say that.
It's literally spelled G-O-T, but it's like goth, like pronounced.
Ew, it does sound like God.
Ugly,
Yeah,
right?
it sounds chap.
It's a good one. I really like that word.
What about babak bulur?
What's that?
Babak bulur. When you bash someone till they're babak bulur, where they're like, their face is all
I haven't
like
heard of that one.
bruised and you're beat up. They'll be like, hajar lo sampai babak bulur. Bulur? Am I saying it right? I don't know.
No one's here to
tell me
correct
if I'm
you.
saying it right. But I love saying that word.
I've also always found the word gummus
Gummus.
like interesting because there's no word for that
There's
in
no
English.
word for that in English.
What's that word we always say about white people? Like the term
Bullet?
Bullet.
bullet. Yeah.
Oh no, you've
Yeah.
outed us. Now they're gonna know if they're referring
Oh
to.
no.
Yeah, bullet.
Yeah, we call you guys bullet.
Yeah, we say it in like silently, like in the background. It's like, oh, look at that bullet.
Yeah, look at that bullet.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in Bali.
Yeah. So many orang bullet, man.
So many orang bullet.
Oh, you guys are hanging out there. All right. Well, I know we obviously weren't able to talk about every single thing related to Indonesian and Australian culture, but hopefully in the future we'll do more episodes about this kind of stuff, and I hope we have informed you guys a little bit more about Aussie and Indo culture meshed together and how we'll have to deal with that.
We love a little bit of either.
A little bit of Monica in my... Okay, anyway. Yes, anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, make sure to subscribe and follow and rate us on all those platforms. You guys know what it's all about. YouTube, subscribe, like, comment. Guys, give us some comments because we want some feedback.
Give us
comments.
feedback, questions that you want to ask us, just anything.
Yeah, give us some ideas.
And subscribe, follow us on Instagram as well, because that's where we put our latest posts and any quotes that come from our podcast.
Yeah. Stay updated on our Insta, guys.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, my name is Oya.
My name is Amirza.
And I'm Sam.
And we are the Chat Fam signing out. Bye.
See you next time.
Bye.
I was thinking of Pizza and Ripper.
Bitsy and Whipper. Oh, yeah. It'll be Bitsy and Itsy. Get rid of Whipper.
Imagine Bitsy and Buita.
Hello, Bitsy.
Assalamualaikum.
You'll be like, oh, how's it going, Itsy? Because you know she's so bogan. Like, how's it going, Itsy? Oh my god. It's Nova FM. You're here with Bitsy and Itsy. Your mum.
Assalamualaikum.
We're having this fun.